Almost everyone knows this face. Large dark eyes, a small body, a head that feels too intelligent and too still. No monster roar, no uniform, no invasion speech, just a presence, quiet enough to feel personal. This film is not claiming gray aliens are proven. No public biological specimen, chain of custody, or released official record confirms the gray as a real species. But as a reported image, the gray may be the most successful visitor of the modern age. The story usually begins in ordinary places. A lonely road, a bedroom window, a field after midnight, a night that should have disappeared like any other night. Then comes the rupture. Missing time, a stalled car, a light that moves wrong, a memory that returns in fragments. The famous Betty and Barney Hill case helped move the UFO story from distant lights in the sky into the human body. After that, the template sharpened. Beings at the roadside, a bright room, examinations, symbols, strange calm, and communication that witnesses often describe without sound. In gray reports, speech is almost never the point. The message is said to arrive like a thought from outside the self. Sometimes it is clinical. Sometimes it is ecological. Sometimes it is only an emotion. Do not be afraid, or remember this later, or forget this now. Then there are screen memories, one of the strangest pieces of abduction lore. An owl at the window, a deer in the road, a doctor with the wrong eyes. A familiar image placed over something the mind cannot hold directly. Maybe psychology explains it. Maybe culture does. Maybe the witness is sincere, and the interpretation still remains unresolved. The gray also has roles. Small figures appear close to the body. Taller figures appear at the edge of the room. Some accounts describe observers, handlers, hybrids, star maps, and warnings about where humanity is going. None of that is public proof, but as a story system, it is dense, consistent, and hard to ignore. The details are often strangely restrained. Not lasers, not battleships, not a villain explaining the plot. Witnesses talk about touch, temperature, silence, instruments, eye contact, and the impossible feeling of being studied by something that does not need to hate you to be frightening. That is why the gray works so well as a modern visitor. It is not a monster from outside civilization. It is civilization turned back on us. Observation, cataloging, procedure, and the cold mercy of a lab. And then pop culture enters the room. Books, television, tabloids, documentaries, forums, memes, and movies repeat the face until the face starts repeating back. Did people report grays because culture taught them the image, or did culture absorb the image because people kept reporting it? That feedback loop is part of the mystery. Official UAP investigations are more careful than the mythology. Unidentified does not mean extraterrestrial. NASA, ODNI, and ARO have not publicly confirmed alien visitors. But they also show why people stay interested. Some cases remain unresolved because the data is incomplete, not because the imagination is complete. So the gray sits at the crossroads. Memory, fear, folklore, trauma, possibility, and the modern demand for evidence. If the reports are myth, the gray is one of the strongest myths we have made. If the reports contain signal, the gray may be the mask that keeps appearing at the edge of the data. In the end, the question is not only whether the grays are real. It is why this silent face became the one we gave to the unknown when the unknown looked back.